Set. Hi, guys, it's been a hot minute. Welcome back to Terrible Life Choices and all the ones I'll make. No, welcome back to Chronos Legion TTRPG. Obviously, we finally got Kayla back with us, back from baby duty for, 5 minutes.
He's asleep.
That's why I said 5 minutes. I know how children work.
No, he sleeps really good at night, so I should be good.
Good. Let's see if that. No, that's worse. I gotta have that. But so guys, new series. Obviously, I've kind of commented about it on TikTok very briefly. I haven't been posting much about it, but we're bringing back Endless Ocean, and plot-wise, this is set immediately after the end of the last Endless Ocean. So, halfway across the Endless Ocean, minutes ago, the party of the Horizon Line just got sent to their deaths in space, in a future version. They've lived out their lives, and they remember aspects of their life in the Endless Ocean, blah, blah, blah. But we won't have to worry about those characters, because those characters are nowhere near here. But... we're in a new section of the Endless Ocean, which, if you've followed the last show, you will know that the Endless Ocean is massive, thus its name, but it is literally like an infinite expanse of water and islands and small continents, because it is a purgatory realm that is between the elemental plane of water and the Shadowfell. It's kind of like a transition point for souls. Most souls never see this place because their body or their essence just passes through onto wherever they're supposed to go. But for the unfortunate souls who have no other destination, the Endless Ocean is their home. We've got a new crew. Have not met them yet, and we will soon. And hopefully we can get this team caught up with the trials and tribulations of facing the voice of the void that is trying to devour the Endless Ocean. So
hopefully not open any other portals.
You say that.
Don't jinx us.
You say that, but they're like, come on. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Especially,
so sad.
I think at one point we figured out that in order to fight the voice of the void, you guys need to reach the void. So that's the sucky part, is you don't have the Horizon Line this time. You're not the crew of the Horizon Line, so you don't have your submersible sailing sky ship anymore. That was literally one step away from being able to do dimensional travel and eventually being able to pierce the veil between the void and the rest of the Weaververse. So, it was a beautiful ship. Filled with a beautiful crew.
Guns, man.
Yeah, you think I'm gonna take those away? I'm gonna find a way to replace the fucking rail rifles. The arcane rail guns that were the Horizon Line's cannons, those are coming back. We'll find them in another ship. It'll be good. Especially since eventually, if you can get your way over to Port Damask, which you might have to anyways, you can go hook up with Toby. Toby's got Myr rifles out his ass, so. But yeah. With that, we're gonna go ahead and start. And it's kind of picturing the camera rushing up to the surface of the water, like bubbles rushing past as this camera is rising like someone lifting up out of the sea, and camera breaks the surface and pans over a small port island, much smaller than Port Damask. It's not quite near as large an island it's maybe got enough space to house maybe 1,000 people. It's not huge, so it's definitely one of the smaller islands nearby. But this lovely locale is known as Port Flint. Port Flint is a beautiful little port, kind of days away from everything. Like the closest next port is like 2 weeks sailing from anything else. For those of you, character-wise, who have been in the Endless Ocean for quite a while, um, you could have perhaps been from Port Damask, Port Sapphire, Port Jade Scale, or Deep Scale, not Jade Scale. Jade Scale was the Yuan-Ti Empire that ruled Deep Scale. And there was another one, but I don't remember the name of the plantation. I should remember that because I'm the one who ran it.
Hold on, I got my old book right here.
Oh, perfect. I was actually just looking for the notes you sent me.
You know, that took me 700 days to...
Here it is. Endless Ocean Notes. Endless Ocean Notes.
Where is it? Where is it? Deep Willow.
Deep Willow, which actually, Deep Willow is not so much a port as it is a small island that most people have never heard of Deep Willow. But like area nearby there is it's days away. Well, it's days away for the horizon line. It's like a month away from Port Damask, which is the next closest port. Actually, no, there was Port Damask, Port Sapphire, which was to the south. What was the other one above Port Damask? I don't have the map anymore. I think, well, maybe Ramil has it, and I can look it up in his chat real quick, because I feel like he sent it to me before he sent it out.
There was a pirate port called Port Malachite.
Port Malachite, which actually is an in-between between here and Port Damask. But there was one to the north.
I've got Port Obsidian, Port Sapphire.
And that was the one. Yeah, so there's as I throw things. The locale, basically what you're at is like there's Port Flint far, far to the west. And then there's Port Malachite in between, which Port Malachite is a 2-week sail from Port Flint in a normal sailing vessel, which is probably what you're likely to be able to get your hands on. So Port Malachite, and then there was...
No Dragon Sugar Daddy this time.
Yeah, no Dragon Sugar Daddy.
Sag.
Port Damask, Port Obsidian. I'm literally drawing a tiny notepad map for my references. So, 2-week. And then from Malachite to Damask is another 3-week voyage. So, like, unless you can get your hands on a really advanced ship or a modern vessel, it's going to be difficult. It was a 1-week voyage to Obsidian. From Obsidian was another week to Deep Willow. And even with the horizon line to Deep Scale, that took you guys a solid 30 days sailing back without the full capacity of the horizon line.
Yeah, that took 28 days.
Yeah.
Because we went normal speed.
Yeah, so 4 weeks. But yeah, so from Flint to Port Deep Scale, you're looking at like 7 weeks voyage. You're looking at a long look. But that doesn't matter for you guys yet. This is just for my notes because I'm a bad DM and I didn't do all this well in advance. Sapphire. I'm just, making notes. So yeah, I am a bad DM sometimes. But yeah. So, as the camera pans up and pans over Port Flint is this beautiful little like rustic port town. It doesn't seem to have a lot of the modernizations that some of the larger port cities have. Like Port Obsidian and Port Damask are both nearly completely modern. So, and also that means I have to change my note on one of the NPCs because of the Port Obsidian. I forgot about Port Obsidian. But yeah, as the camera pans down, we're gonna step in on our PCs, and I'm actually gonna go in alphabetical order, character wise. That still puts Andy first, but that gives Kayla some chance to get back into the seat by listening in before we step in.
I've been waiting for this for so long.
So, Cambria, have you been in Port Flint?
How long have I been there?
How long has it been since you woke up, finding yourself in this dead realm?
I would say probably like a week tops.
Okay, so you're
she's
still
she's very recently dead.
Yeah, very recently dead. Like a lot of the people here in Flint, it's a lot of people who have been dead for like years. So like you're waking up, and just like everyone who's ever woken up from death in the endless ocean, save the parties that get Dragon Daddy benefactors, you wake up, or reeling back, when you woke up, you found yourself face down in the sand, just these white sandy beaches of Port Flint. The water kind of lapping at your heels as the tide rises and like ebbs and flows, kind of rushes up to your knees, and as a larger wave splashes in over you, you are awoken with a cold chill. And nearby is a just an, I don't want to say older. She's not older, but probably a middle-aged half-orc woman. Large tusks, kind of has this chestnutty hair that is graying in the front, and has an eye patch over one eye. You see scars from the eye patches. You're looking up at her, and she goes, "Are you all right there, lass? You look like you just arrived, huh?
I must have.
Do you know where you are?
I haven't the foggiest idea.
Take it you didn't die near the water, then. Welcome to the endless ocean, dear."
I'm sorry, the what?
The endless ocean. You're dead, dear. You're dead. Yep.
I'm gonna need a minute.
Rather than give you a minute, let's get you up. I'll take you to the tavern and we'll get you a drink. So, don't worry. We'll get you something hot in your belly and some good liquor. You're gonna need it. And I'll explain a little bit of what's going on for you. And as you're like being escorted away by this woman, she goes, "My name is Marani. What's your name, lass?"
Cambria.
All right.
It's a pleasure to meet you, despite the circumstances.
Well, you're in a dead realm. You had pretty good circumstances. I hear a few months back that a group of sailors ended up being released from being frozen by by a sea dragon. You know what a sea dragon is, right? Not your stereotypical sea monsters, but like a true dragon that claims the depths as its home.
I've heard stories of them, yes, but never
They-
encountered one myself.
They keep adventurers as their treasure, freeze them alive, and put them in a sort of cryostasis, I think is the term they use.
Popsicle people.
Popsicle people. That's not far off, actually. That's pretty accurate. So, but yeah, let's get you over to the Rusty Musket, and we'll get you a drink. So, in this, as this scene kind of fades, it's doing in that flashback style. Your vision starts to fade as the scene goes sepia as the color changes, and we're gonna switch over to our next adventure just to find out how long you've been dead. Hey Ryan, what's up, buddy?
Wait, folks.
I'm gonna butcher this name. Is it Urvius? Urvius?
You got it.
Urvius? Awesome. So,
I've been trying to practice it myself.
I love
That's
it.
the worst part.
You know what? No, I get it. How long has he been dead?
I'd say
Like, how
2
long has
weeks.
it been since you woke up?
Maybe
A month? Okay. Because I was gonna say, in real talk, you've been dead for centuries, but this is like when you woke up. So yeah, if you've been up about a month, you had a similar interaction, weeks before Miss Cambria ever arrived, and however, your interaction wasn't with Marani. It was with a very small blue kobold, as you find yourself like face up, sprawled out, in a similar fashion to how you fell in battle. And as you're like opening your eyes, the cold seawater rushing over your legs, a blue kobold pops their head over yours. Are you all right?
Oh,
Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. I'm Zelda. Are you all right? Did you just arrive, or are you just sunbathing?
I was supposed to. Where am I?
Right. You're a new arrival. Welcome to the Endless Ocean. I'm Zelda. I'm a librarian and scholar here. I work in the library, the Port Flint Library. You're dead, mate. And this shit happens. It does. But hey, could have been worse. You could have been sent to the Hells or the Infinite Abyss. Think of this like a second life. It's not so bad.
Oh, hold on. Not getting all this. So, wait a minute. I'm dead.
You're dead. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're dead, buddy.
This is not what I think it is, and it's called the Endless Ocean.
It's called the Endless Ocean. Ah,
You're a nerd. Yes.
a nerd. Well, now that's hurtful. That's hurtful. But no, you're right.
Just
You're right.
walk it off then.
I like your humor, mate. But let's take you over to the musket. I hear Marani is good with all the newcomers. I just happened to be coming down here looking for shells. I got bored.
I want to check my back. I think I got a few of them with that.
Oh, mate, those aren't shells. Those are full barnacles. Hang on, let me just... And he, like, pulls a knife out of his pocket. Let me take care of those for you. Just pops, like, digging the barnacles off your back.
You see his leg going for a bit. Oh, sweet.
I love it. I love it. But yeah, so you meet Zelda, the head scholar of the Port Flint Library, and he leads you to the Rusty Musket, which is the tavern that Marani runs. Kind of good for newcomers. Again, the screen goes Sophia, and last but not least is our newcomer, or our returning guest. Hey, Kayla.
Hi.
Is it Pema? Pema? I want to
It's
make sure.
Pema.
That's what I figured, but I figured I would put out the derivatives just in case. So, yeah, Pema. How long you been dead? How long has it been since you woke up?
Uh, Probably about 3-4 months.
4 months now? Nice. So you've been, of the group, you've been awake the longest. And you've been given, again, a rather interesting kind of awakening, because as you awaken, you're not in the sand. You're not like right against the water. You're in the water itself. And as you bring your head up sputtering, you realize that someone has their hand on the back of your, like the collar of your shirt, just pulling you out of the water. And you hear, "All right, kid, that's not gonna work. You can't drown yourself. Hate to break it to you. You drown, you just come back." Just pulls you out of the water, starts walking up to the beach, throws you down in the sand, and just give it some time. You good? Come on, breathe.
All right. Okay. What the fuck?
You all right?
No, I'm not all right. Just give me a second.
I've got to ask, did you just try to kill yourself, or are you a newcomer?
Newcomer, what? Try to kill myself? Or I look that stupid? No,
You don't
newcomer
want to ask that question. You're face down in the water, you look that stupid.
I'll give you that one, but I don't quite understand. Wait, newcomer for what?
To the endless ocean. You're dead.
You're joking, right? Did my
If
mom
this
put you up
was-
to this?
I don't have a sense of humor.
Yeah, I can tell. It's on your face. Alright, I'll bite the what? The endless ocean?
The scholars at the library could explain it better, but this is a purgatory realm. You don't age. You don't die when you drown yourself. You can still fucking die, but the 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 waters here kind of reincarnate you every time you die. The first death, getting here, keeps your original form, but when you die, you basically reset, and you're just stuck here until whatever higher power decides to take you to their realm. That could be, hey, you're going to the Mount Celestia, or it could be, fuck you, you're going to the Grey Wastes of Hades. I just realized I fucked that up, but I'm not a scholar, so fuck off.
Right, okay, so not hell.
You're not in hell. It's a purgatory, a limbo.
Or limbo is some people's own personal hell, so we'll find out what it is for me.
I just realized, I'm pretty sure that little fucking nosy, noisy prick from the library has told me multiple times to stop using the term limbo, considering limbo is a realm. But it's a dead realm. You died. You come here. You're waiting to go somewhere else or be resurrected.
Right, I'm going to need a lot to drink just to pretend that I understand what the hell is going on.
Well, luckily for you, the musket takes care of newcomers, and your first week is covered. Past that, you gotta figure your shit out and be a grown up and fucking take care of yourself. So, get you to the musket. Marani will take care of you. We'll go from there.
Lead the way.
And as he kind of helps you to your feet, getting you out of the sand, and screen goes to Pia again. Since the only one who's reaching that point where they need to decide what they've been doing or what they're starting to do is Miss Cambria. We're gonna set hers aside for a minute. We're gonna go back over to Irvius. Irvius, what have you like after your first week? What did you do? Like, what did you decide to do as like a job to help get you on your feet for this last week? Or no, it's been 3 weeks since then.
Actually has a job at the tavern as
Nice.
bodyguard.
Nice. So yeah, working as the bouncer for the Rusty Musket.
The free ale he drinks.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the fun part. Like you get like a free meal already included every day, and basically all the ale you can drink because the brewery here is massive. Like I would say a quarter of the island is just brewery stuff.
I was gonna say, when he heard about the brewery, he kind of cried a little bit. It's beautiful.
It's hi lad. It's beautiful. It's all right. But so yeah,
Okay.
so you've been doing
Seems like-
bouncer work. Been doing bouncer work for Miss Marani. Have you been by the library to talk to Zelda much, or have you mostly been in Marani's care the rest of that time?
Brownie's care.
I dig it. So yeah, go ahead and
Green hurts my brain.
roll me 3d10.
And then I'm trying to remember which is the 10. Because I rolled 3, a 3, and a 10.
Okay, so 16. Yeah, so
That's
as
16. My bad.
that is that 16 is the amount of money you've earned over your living wages, like the cost of life expectancy. So like this is extra money. You can add it to your inventory as long as you're working. Your living wages is always covered.
Okay,
So, but yeah, so
that
you
is
earned an
16
extra
gold, or
16 gold. You've earned 16 gold over the last 3 weeks.
I just realized when I got pulled out of the water, did he give me his name?
He did. Well, I'll say he did. His name is Ordek. He owns Ord's Oddities, which is it's the general store. And despite the man not having a sense of humor, the general store also services as a curiosity shop. So if he finds interesting like salvage, or if sailors bring him cool shit, he'll sometimes sell it for profit, which could very rarely include magic items, but otherwise it could be things like, hey, somebody found the remnants of a car. If you want to take it and scrap it, you can do that. You're gonna pay me for it, but yeah. So yeah, so he would have told you his name is Ordek, and he is a hobgoblin. So there's that. But yeah, and that actually brings us to our next person, Emma. You've been around for months now. Like, of that time, you've probably been working for like 15 weeks now. So, what you doing?
She probably immediately would have just stuck to Ordic because he was the first face she saw.
Okay.
Immediate familiarity because she has no idea what the fuck's going on.
Okay. So, what kind of work are you doing for Ordek? Because obviously he does do salvage type operations too.
She probably would have started going through all of his stuff to see what could have been either repaired and resellable, and just kind of help expanding on that end.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, you're doing like basically handyman type stuff for Ordek, which is really good because like the man does his best, but he's not an artificer. He's not a mechanic. He doesn't do any of that stuff.
I feel like she would have been like hovering around his shop watching him work on something, and she would have been like, what the hell are you doing? No, get the fuck out of the way, move. You're doing it wrong.
I appreciate that. And I feel like Ordek would appreciate that as well. Just fine, you take over. Just don't fuck it up, don't break it.
Yeah, whatever. Where's your tools?
So go ahead and roll me a 4d20, and then additionally, I would like you to pick whatever tool set is most associated with the work you're doing for him as a free tool set.
I keep knocking shit over. At this point, I'd probably be using the Tinker tools, wouldn't I?
Do you already have a set?
Yeah.
So this is like you're getting an extra set of tools. So like it could be Tinker's tools. It could be like there was like some rusty plates and stuff where Smith's tools might help. Whatever tool set you don't have that you think would be best associated for the work you're doing for Ordek, you get that as a free set of tools.
Okay, I'll get back to you on that.
Cool. Yeah, and then just roll me the 4d20. This is like your living wages you've made, or your profit.
21, 2, 3. I can't do math. Okay, so 20 plus 13, that's 33, 34, 35, 36.
36? Okay,
yeah.
So add 36 gold to your inventory. And then once you figure out what tool set you want to add in, let me know.
Okay.
We'll just add that. So, yeah, you've been doing work here for Ordek pretty, like, at this point, he covers your living wages. He covers, like, your meals for the day over at the tavern as, like, this is part of your wages. I cover all your food. You can have an apartment here because there are like little bungalow style apartments. Realistically, that's an option. Urbius, are you staying at the Rusty Musket? Like, do you sleep in a tavern room, in a closet? Do you have a bungalow as well?
Yeah, he has a bungalow.
Nice. So yeah, you guys have bungalows right off Dockside actually. So like it's a little ways home, but it's Dockside is probably your best spot for a cheap apartment.
I was gonna say, is there a walk-in freezer at the tavern?
Not quite. They have like an ice box.
He sometimes goes in there for like he's on.
Nice. So that brings us around, we'll say, probably about that midday lunch period. Ordex kind of sent you off for lunch, Emma. So you're heading over to the Musket. Urbius, you're doing your work, and Cambria, it's the end of your first week. You're kind of, I don't know, where are you sitting in the tavern? Where are you in the Musket?
She'd be kind of sitting at the bar just because like she doesn't know anyone, and like really the only person she like knew during her life was her dad.
That's fair.
And so she's just like, I don't know how to socialize.
I will say, you've definitely seen Urbius around a ton. You've seen Pema around a little bit, just like during meal times and stuff. And obviously, Marani is always around. So.
Oh yeah, Cambria would have definitely like clung to Marani and just been like, "You're my mom now."
Which just it's a vibe. All right, lass. Well, here's your. She puts a mug down in front of you. There's your last freebie. What are you doing? What's your plan? About a week to figure out.
I've been trying. I don't know what I'm good at. I just do odd jobs, man.
You could always help around the tavern. I can pay you as like a server. Can you cook?
I mean,
cooked utensils. as the proficiency.
I mean, I cooked in my life for like my dad and I. No guarantee on how good it was, but it was good enough.
Okay, so if you want to work here instead of working somewhere else, I can set you up as one of my servers. My other one just quit yesterday. Apparently, the adventurer's life is much more interesting than working in the tavern. But also, if I'm going to set you up as a server, I'm going to get you your apron, get you your little name tag. Got to etch it because of the fact that they won't send us any of the higher tech advancements over here for some reason. You would think they would, but Port Obsidian has the monopoly on all that. I will say, more importantly, I want you to keep your eyes open for me, lass.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. RVS, get over here, boy.
Hey, I'm coming.
You
I
know,
gotta take
chop
care of
up.
someone real quick. Get out of
Okay.
here.
You throw out a Goliath, just.
Don't come back here.
Good job. Come on over here. I've got something to go over with you.
Hey, I'm coming.
Pema, as they're like making their way like to huddle, you're walking into the rusty musket, and Marani sees you and says, "Hey, Pem, I'll get you and Ordex meals together here in just a minute. If you want to have a seat at the bar, I'm just going over something with my employees."
Appreciate it. I'll be waiting.
And she just points out, "So I have a high priority clientele coming in today. I want you both on your best behavior. You especially, Ervius. If I
Question. Are they
yes,
hookers?
no, they're not hookers. That's listen. That's the silken blouse down the street. You know that.
Told you we should have hired strippers.
We don't need strippers. That's
Come
what a
on.
strip club is for. We hire.
What's girls' night for?
Girls' night is so girls can come and drink for free or for cheap.
Okay, but you guys few drinks in them, they become strippers.
Rude.
What?
She just
I'm wrong.
Marani
Cambria
just
backhands Ervius like on the arm.
you
Careful.
1 point of damage to yourself from how hard Ervius's muscles are. Like you see him, he is a jacked ass tiefling. And actually, this is a good point. I would like everybody to just kind of go around and describe what their characters look like. Cambria, we're gonna start with you since you're the one in like exercising this action. What does Cambria look like?
Well, I mean, I'm in the cosplay. She's a young-ish Triton woman. Red hair, blue skin. She's got these gold eyes, just super piercing. And she's kind of short. Not super short, but like she's not tall. Very very average height.
Believe it. And then Ervius, could you describe your buff tiefling goodness for me?
Ervius is a purple tiefling. Jacked, very muscular going on. Kind of think of don't know how to describe him other than Scott Steiner back in the day.
Okay, I dig it.
Beefcake. Got it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this is our himbo.
You always need a himbo.
Every party needs a himbo.
That's a fact. Every party needs a himbo. And lastly, Pema, would you describe Pema for me?
She's human in appearance, but has kind of like shortest, scraggly brown hair, palish green eyes currently, and just kind of looks dirty right now because she's been working.
I believe it. Probably cut covered in oil and grease from some of the salvage.
Yeah, she's got stains on her shirt. She's probably wiping off a few of the scraps that have just stuck to her.
I dig it. But yeah, so as Cambria smacks Irvius, Cambria, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage to your hand.
She just. Ow! What are you made out of? Granite?
Well,
Oh
that
boy.
depends on the day. That really depends on the day, doesn't it? But I want you both on your best behavior. No stripper talk in front of the clientels. No hitting. This client is a noble from one of the other worlds. I don't catch his world, but I don't really give a shit as long as he's paying and bringing adventurers here. That's all I care about. But he's an explorer. He's looking for a crew. He's supposedly hiring. If you all need leave, if you decide to go on one of his expeditions, that's fine. I can find replacements in the meantime. You will still have your jobs when you come back. So, if you decide to hire on with this crew, you don't have to worry about losing your spot. I'll take care of your apartments while you're gone. Cambria will get you all set up with an apartment soon. I'll have to talk to the landlady, see if she's got an empty bungalow. But, yeah, we'll take care of that. And, supposedly, we're also getting a bard in today. He's following along with this explorer. The thing is this man, his name is Alabaster. He hasn't picked a ship yet. So, and she kind of like waves her hands, pointing out around the crowd. You guys, aside from Cambria, the three of you, because I assume Pema's probably listening in. She's not being super quiet about it, so it's not hard to hear. There are like 3 crews that usually hang out in the Rusty Musket, which are the crew of the Dirge Song, the crew of the Morning Star, and the crew of the Nothing Ventured. So, I thought somebody would like that
Love
one.
it.
It's
Nothing
good.
venture, nothing gain. Love it.
Exactly. So you would know Captain Olmstead, Captain Redmane, and Captain Bloodbane are the 3 captains that you've seen around. You've seen the crew they keep with them. Small crews, classic sailing ships, like golden age of piracy. We're not talking like advanced ships like have come out of Obsidian recently, because the dry docks in Obsidian are able to replicate modernized vessels. But they've got some OG ships going on, and you would know that Captain Olmstead is a very scruffy-looking human. In fact, I didn't intentionally find it, but the picture of this man has a beard that looks like mine in about 5 years, because I'm already halfway to the amount of white in his beard. So give it 5 years, I'll be there. So there's Captain Olmstead of the Dirge Song. Captain Redmane of the Morning Star is this just human woman, long, like flowing, vibrant, fiery red hair. Really quick with her rapier and quick-witted. So she's just as likely to mock the shit out of you as she is to stab you. And lastly, Captain Bloodbane Gesh, big copper dragonborn. For known monster files, would definitely give off daddy vibes. He's buff, well built, very like well dressed despite his massive frame. Not a lot of armor. So, but yeah. And he is the captain, again, of the Nothing Ventured. So you guys would know, you two specifically. She goes, you two know the crews a little bit. I know you haven't been around long. you've only been chilling here for a week, but I'm sure you've heard stuff, um, especially since the captains have been on leave for the last 2 weeks. But the, the ship should be leaving soon, so he's probably going to ask for recommendations of a ship crew. I want you all to figure out which crew would be the best fit, and if you decide to hire on, where in that crew you fit. Because obviously, you've seen the crews. They're four-man crews for just brigs. They're, I mean, looking anywhere from 10 to 13 sailors needed, typically. So obviously, they've got other sailors, but their major stuff is not covered. Um, so go around. Feel free if you want to talk to the clientele. Cambria, this will be a good chance for you to get to know the clientele a little bit better. Work on that social anxiety you seem to have going on. And yeah. Pema, what are you and Ordek wanting for lunch? Take a pick.
Ordek's wanting as usual. Put me up something meaty today.
Alright, so I'm just gonna give you two of the specials then, which is the fish stew. I've got other stuff, but the meat's starting to turn, and I don't want to push that on you and Ordek. I had beautiful roast beef going, but turning. So
I
That's
highly
rough.
thought you were gonna say fish sticks.
it's not fish sticks. Listen, she's not against a beer batter. She's not against a good fish fry, but she also does not have the technology for fish sticks. That's some Port Damask and Port Obsidian shit. Realistically, that's Port Sapphire as it gets. That's luxury. That's sad that fish sticks are luxury. But yeah,
Get your fish sticks when they get one.
exactly. So as Marani just kind of, all right, time to break. I'll get you your. In fact, she just like reaches under the counter, pulls like a random apron out because she's got spares back there. It's kind of dirty, but like, it'll do for your first one. She still has to buy get you yours made. Cause instead of having just name tags, she like embroiders the aprons, has them done. She doesn't do it herself, even though she could. She's like, I don't have time for that shit. But yeah. She leaves you two to go about your business with your job. And she goes, Pema, I'll be right back with your meals. And what are you guys up to now? As she walks away.
Pema's people watching. She's nosy. She wants to know what's going on around her.
It's not a lot. You do spot there are like there are four big tables in the center of the Rusty Musket. The Rusty Musket is the largest tavern in Port Flint. So it supports four big tables, each with about 6 seats to them. And then there is the like a couple scattered booths around the edge, like one wall, back wall, and then there's like the stairway up to the rooms because the second layer is all rooms, and there's only like 8 rooms to the musket, and then there's the bar, and then behind the bar is the kitchen. And you spot some of the usual suspects. You've seen them too, even though you aren't a worker here. You've definitely seen the crew of the 3 ships countless times. You probably know them better than the 2 people who work here. But yeah, if you look at the NPCs, Dorian Olmsted, Celia Redmayne, and Bloodbane Gesh are the 3 captains, each of them at their own table, with their respective crews. With Dorian, him and his scruffy older human look is a large minotaur-looking individual, a smaller Yuan Ti woman, and a Warforged. Warforged kind of has not so much a full cloak or cape, but just like a mantle with a hood, and then otherwise is just very lean manufactured warforged. Like it is specifically built to be slender and adept. Um, those are all the crew of the Dirge Song. The crew of the Morning Star includes a kind of younger looking human man, short, scrappy hair, keeps a blue sash tied around his hair. There's an old rock gnome sitting with them. He's kind of got like a box on his seat, not because he like needs the height, but he wants to be eye level with the rest of the crew. And then lastly, there's a kind of white-haired, human-looking woman, and you've seen it on your way in. There was like a wolf that sits outside the tavern, just kind of head on its paws, just lays there sleeping while waiting for her to come out. You've seen her with the wolf multiple times. That's the crew of the Morning Star, and then the last crew is the Nothing Ventured. Cambria, this is a fellow Triton woman. Although her ears differ from yours, whereas yours are more elven in appearance, hers are more fin-like, more stereotypical Triton ears. Doesn't have any of the fins or stuff that come off a lot of Triton bodies, but pale blue skin, kind of wears actually a very similar outfit to yours, but she has like a ribbon tied right around here that goes behind her ears, holding her hair. There's a pink tiefling woman, tatted down one arm, like just a leather bralette sash that covers part of her torso, but it hangs loose, like she doesn't care. Very wild personality. Like at that table, the crew is much more like jovial than the other two crews. And mainly you see it's because this tiefling woman is keeping them like on the edge of their seats, entertaining them. And lastly, there's a very small owlin in that party. Little guy, he's a little fella.
I want to
Has,
hold
like, the
him. He's
full
so
black
cute.
hood up. He's only 2 feet tall, and like he has a little short sword that's like as long as his arm at his waist, and he's just sitting there and just kind of sitting there bouncing as he's listening to the tiefling woman. He's a little fella, but yeah. So those are the crews of the Dirge Song, the Morning Star, and the Nothing Ventured. And as you guys are listening in, are you Pamela, you specifically, since you mentioned you were listening into the others, are you listening for anything specific, or are you just trying to pick up any general hearsay that happens?
More just general hearsay.
Cool. So I'll forego any rolls for now in case the others decide to say stuff. But yeah, what are you two doing now that you've been left to your jobs?
Irby, I can't say my character's name.
Urbius?
Irvius is just doing his job. He is listening a little bit, but mostly just keeping an eye on everybody.
Okay. You see that the crew of the Dirge Song is just kind of like they're all in their cups, especially the captain. Captain Olmsted is like down, hunched over his mug, and every time he finishes it, he just slides it to the edge of the table, and one of the other servers, this dwarvish man, comes around and he grabs the mug off the table, puts another one down, and Olmsted just slides it back in front of himself and goes back to his drinks. The man looks like he's so far gone that he's barely holding himself up, but his crew all seems very somber in general. The crew of the Morning Star, they're not so somber as the Dirge Song, but they're also not as jovial as the Nothing Ventured crew. You see that the captain seems to be pointing at a map, and she's kind of like pointing out locales on the map, trying to find perhaps their next venture. Who knows? Yeah. And then, again, the Nothing Ventured crew. The tiefling woman is just sitting there telling a joke, and it just even Bloodbane, you can hear his laugh in your bones. Like you can feel his laughter because he's just a very happy, jovial man. Just ha 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 ha. Oh, I love it, Jen. That's good shit. That's good shit. Just very entertained with himself and with his crew. So, but as you're listening in, the bell above the door wiggles. Doesn't full like ring like it should, but as it does wiggle, you see the door open slowly, and two individuals walk in. Kimberly, you would see this as well since you're on the floor. You see a very well-dressed, blue-coated man, like dressed to the nines, full uniform, has a walking stick with him, and just every time he takes a step, just full of himself, very into his whole shtick, even though he's probably full of shtick. Blue and gold, has his hair like probably goes down just below his shoulders, but it's pulled back in a very neat ponytail. Has the OG like high knee socks with the low shoes and the capri pants, like stereotypical Age of Piracy noble sailor. And with him is someone who probably looks the most out of place with this crew or with this entire area. You've all heard stories of how things are further east, where a lot of the advancements have been received. I say received and not come up with, because the knowledge comes with the people who die. So, it not only does the knowledge come, but in some cases, ships that go down are reborn here physically. So stories of, and you would have definitely heard about this ship, Pema, the Horizon Line is a legendary vessel this side of the Endless Ocean. It's a older sailing vessel that was retrofitted by its crew to be one of the most advanced ships, even more so than a lot of the modern vessels that were made. It's a sailing vessel that is fully watertight and capable of submersible travel, capable of flight due to the water elemental and air elementals that are bound to the ship, as well as the Malvern sails built from the Malvern leather wings and boning for the framing. I've heard of this ship countless times. It's one of the most advanced ships on the marketplace. It even carries with it advanced arcane railguns, where it literally just like a modern firearm accelerates a canister through electromagnetic charges at rapid velocity, like a true railgun. It is legendary. In fact, maybe, I don't know, a few days ago, the ship went missing. Nobody's heard anything from the Horizon Line crew since they went north from Obsidian. There was like I don't know, probably a couple days ago, they had left Port Obsidian and no one's heard anything from them. Which is really weird because the Horizon Line crew is in and out of Obsidian and Damask frequently. So the fact that they've been gone this whole time is really strange. But this man looks like he's dressed in similar modern attire to what is seen to the east in cities like Damask, Obsidian, and Sapphire. Even Malachite to a lesser extent, but that's just because Malachite is a pirate city. Literally, it was a port city that was taken over by the Pirate King, and yeah, he took over completely and decided that he was going to steal everything from the east. Um, you guys here would know that the Pirate King. Actually, I want everybody to roll me a history check because this is like recent events.
Seriously?
19.
19. Okay.
That is a 15.
Okay. So 15, 19. Andy, what did you roll?
The 22.
Nice. So differing bits of information, but for the most part, the ladies of our party have the same kind of information. Uh, as a start, Irvius and everyone, you all know that the Pirate King, despite his reputations as a bloodthirsty individual, is very much more of a Robin Hood kind of person. He's slowly been having his ships try and trickle modernizations west by stealing shit. However, the last ship that he sent east to bring down like a merchant vessel from Port Sapphire, which was yeah, that ship was actually stopped by the crew of the Horizon Line.
The winter's grass.
Yep, yep. The Winter's Grass went down. But yeah, it was. I'm trying to remember. And the Sand Ruby was the ship that they were supposed to take down.
Yes.
So they tried to take down the Sand Ruby to bring a lot of these modern luxuries west to distribute. However, because they were thwarted by the crew of the Horizon Line, there's been a blockade put up between Malachite and Damask about 3 days from Malachite. So they're basically trying to prevent any ships from breaking through their lines. Um, but they are very much like a Robin Hood, steal from the rich to give to the poor. Um, and you two would actually know, my ladies, that the Pirate King is just a title. The Pirate King has been 17 different individuals in the last 10 years, always with the same goal. However, the reasoning is that it's always a master apprentice type situation, like teaching the next generation, bettering the skills as they go until the perfect pirate king takes over Port Malachite. The perfect like savior of the people, so to speak. Um, trying to finally bring equality to the endless ocean west of Malachite. Because Port Malachite is a weird port city in the fact that it lies in what is currently found as the exact center of the endless ocean. It is the exact center point as of now. There hasn't been, notes saying otherwise as of yet, but from as far as people have been able to explore, pushing the boundaries of the ocean more and more and more, and finding all these new ports, so far Malachite is dead center. It is the center of the world. And as such, the Pirate King is trying to bring that equality across the entire ocean. So, with that is all the information you have on that. But this guy, dressed in modern attire, probably comes from Port Damask or nearby. Uh, Black, like cloth hooded coat, It's like a soft cloth. His shirt has something marked on it, but it doesn't look like paint. It's got words on it. It says Seraphim Silence. Has scruffy black hair with a scruffy black beard, fully black, and very short beard, almost just scruff, realistically. Has a pistol on his hip, rifle on his back, and has what looks to be a guitar strapped crossbones with his rifle. And like you guys have all seen beyond, like, technology is advanced at least far enough over here that you've seen acoustic guitars. This one is different. Real world talk, it's an electric guitar, but it doesn't have that same sound chamber that an acoustic guitar has. So he's got it wrapped across his back, crossbones with his rifle, pistol at his hip, and he's just kind of set up, sits at the corner spot of the bar as Alabaster makes his way over and says, "I'm looking for the lady of the establishment. My name is Alabaster. I'm looking for a crew, and we will venture to the ends of the endless ocean. We will make it no longer endless. Is the lady in?"
Cambria's just kind of gonna like run and
Super awkward.
just super fucking awkward. You know, just
Should I
gonna-
start my spiel again? I am Alabaster Brightwater.
no. I heard you. I'm sorry. Let me go find her.
I'm here for a meeting.
She's gonna run off.
Oh, I have that effect on people. Fan shock. It's fan shock. Do you understand how it is? Right, Abel? And Abel just goes, "Yeah, that's exactly what that is right there. Let me I'll bet they're real fan shock for you. Just see, I knew you would understand what I'm talking about, Abel. It's great having you in my employ."
Just under her breath, Pippa's just like, oh my god, this guy is so full of himself.
I definitely didn't say I was under your employ. But yeah, have you figured out a crew yet? I forgot I was doing the southern accent, so I had to slip back into it. Have you figured out a crew yet? Because we're gonna need to move very quickly. Because we still have to gather supplies, a ship, a crew, a fucking map, because you keep trying to leave shit on me, and I'm sorry. Yes, I can sail a ship. I'm not a miracle worker, Alabaster. That is Sir Alabaster Brightwater, Lord Abel. Keep telling you, I'm not a lord either. Can you stop that shit? I'm just Abel. Just Abel. That's it. Yes.
Let's say as they're doing this, Averis is kind of mocking him, kind of talking like,
Abel spots you and raises an eyebrow and just nods his head. Doesn't start shit, just Alabaster's looking around. What? What is so funny, Abel? Not a damn thing, sir. Not a damn thing.
I'd say Cambria probably like sees Ervius doing this and is like, cut the shit.
At this point, like, Cambria, since you like ran to the kitchen, Marani is there and just finished like packing up like portions of stew and drink and all of the like for Pema, and just, all right, what's going on? Why is there really loud yelling in my bar?
That would be what I assume is your high priority guest.
Oh fuck! Of course. Why did she go southern? It's infectious. When I start going southern, it's really hard to break.
I do declare.
I do declare.
Why my
No,
fair?
the papers.
To be
But,
fair, to be fair.
To be fair,
Wait, what just say?
She said, "Well, excuse me."
Excuse me, princess.
No, you get your Link CDI shit out of here. Oh, but
Never.
he she
My next
goes,
character.
"Right, you take this to Pema and hands you a basket with like 2 enclosed containers of stew and 2 enclosed like thermoses of ale, and then like a full half loaf of sourdough. And just, you take this over to Pema. I'm gonna take care of this guest. Oh, I didn't realize he would be this much of an obnoxious prick. All right, why did I do it again? It's okay. She's Southern now. Marani is Southern.
perfect.
At this point, she's spoken more with a Southern accent than she has with the bad Irish accent. So, all right, let me just take care of this. And she just like fixes her hair, fixes her apron, and just cracks her neck and makes her way out. Lord Alabaster, there you are. Sir Alabaster, ma'am. But you must be the lady of the establishment. And Marani looks at you immediately, Urbius, and just shoots daggers. And she just like gives you this look of like, I will fire you today. Welcome to the Rusty Musket, sir. What can I do for you? I hear you were looking for a crew, is that right? Yes, indeed. I am looking for the finest adventurers you have. You see, I hope to push the boundaries of the known and make the endless ocean no longer endless. I wish to find its end. Isn't that just lovely, sir? Well, let me tell you, I have some lovely crews lined up here. In fact, my employees might be able to give me some idea of who might be our best option. For which crew you should travel with. Based on your bombastic nature, I have a feeling I already know which crew it's going to be. But let's just see what my employees say. Urvius, Cambria, Deers, which crew did we think would be the best to have them, our Lord Brightwater, talk to? Sir Brightwater, Sir Brightwater.
Well, she's just
Keep
like she's
out of
she's
character. Keep in mind that like if you go along with this, like if you guys follow this plot thread, you will be filling the spots that aren't there. So like, for example, going on the Nothing Ventured, because that's the one I had the feeling you guys would go with. They have a bosun and a master gunner. They do not have a navigator. They do not have a quartermaster. They don't have like some of the more necessary things. In fact, I really wish I still had the list, but you know who does have the list of all the roles that were filled last time? Hey, Andy.
let me find it.
No, I got it pulled up right here. I was just being a smug ass.
Oh.
Obviously, there's already a captain and first mate on each of the ships. However, the bosun is covered for the Nothing Ventured, as is the master gunner, which would be kind of like your. Do we really not even have that marked on here? Got keeper of the watch, helmsman, cartographer, second mate, coral. Who did we have doing the guns?
I think it was JoJo, but it wasn't really like official.
Oh, that's right, because I know JoJo was more the quartermaster. So, like, necessarily, we didn't actually have a master gunner, but this is someone who is in charge of operating mid-deck the entire operation of midship battle. So, if you think about that, that's adorable that the little Alan is the master gunner for the Nothing Ventured. So, also, you notice none of these crews have a medic at all. So there's first mate, bosun, and master gunner for the Nothing Ventured. There is the quartermaster, first mate, and a scout / like the primary shore party, which isn't necessarily a ship role. Miria is kind of like the outlier for the Morning Star. She doesn't actually have an official title and just kind of does shit. And then for the dirge song, they've got a first mate, obviously, and they have a cook and a navigator. So navigator is going to be obviously super important. Helmsman is already covered across the board, because even if the captains no longer want to do it, that's a role Abel can fill very quickly. So there is that bit of information, but back into session. So which crew are we looking at there? Cambria, Urbius, which crew do you think might be the best option for our lovely friend here, Sir Brightwater?
She's just like trying to breathe because like.
And she just does this.
Okay. And she's just like she's talking like a mile a minute. She's just like super fast anxiety talk. She's like, well, based on personality and just demeanor of people, I would probably go with the Nothing Ventured, but I don't know what skills that all of the people that they have. And
Okay. Urbius, what's your take on this?
Fancy one and that one that doesn't dress very well. I really like him.
Okay, so Urbius is leading towards either the Nothing Ventured or the dirge song. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, he's going with tell him to go with the Nothing Ventured.
Okay. And then she just sighs. Hey, Pema, you know the locals. I hate to bother you on your lunch break, but do you have any opinion on what might help my lovely friend here with getting on his way?
Oh, I'm trying not to go into a southern accent now. I hate you, Rob.
What?
Oh my god, didn't we have this issue before?
Yes, we did. We had this exact issue with Ontera and Arcus.
I don't remember what accent. It was a really shitty Irish accent.
This whole game is just going to be southern people at this point. Keep it up. There we go.
Fuck, I can't remember my... you know what? She's
southern now?
I don't want to make her southern,
southern.
now. Yeah, just a whole southern accent. It's all the Bible Belt now. It's all this game's gonna be. I would love to put in my 2 cents.
What do you got for me, Pema?
Well, what is Brightwater?
Sir Brightwater, yes.
Yeah, sir, whatever. You're very out there, aren't you? Yeah, don't answer that. I can already tell.
You're cutting a little bit.
You're a very out there personality. Oh my God! You have a very
Absolutely. You have to be out there to get out there.
Yeah, that's not how that works. Anyways. I think you would do great on the Morning Star.
The Morning Star?
Yeah!
Well, there is something delightful about the morning sun, so the Morning Star will do... No. It's not that kind of morning. Morning like in the death of people. Oh, that's very grim. Well then, that's concerning. I'm also hiring adventurers. Are any of you looking for work, particularly?
See him walk off.
Yeah.
Cambria's already like she went back to hide in the kitchen at this point. Like she can still hear what's going on, but she's out of view.
Well, that's
Yeah.
2 for 2.
I think my lunch break is over. I gotta go.
Abel just like eyeballs each of you and just goes, "You fuckers."
You fuck. You fuck.
He goes, "You know what? Um, I'm just gonna put this out there, Brightwater. You should definitely go with the Morning Star. Definitely go with the Morning Star. And you know what? I just realized I have a show to put on. I can't leave. I can't leave Flint. I've got a show to organize. You know, see, there's this charity event I'm doing. You love charity. I do love charity. I feel like it is very important to give to those less fortunate. Exactly. Now, I know you're all about that, but you know, I just can't find it in my heart to leave. I gotta stay here, and you know, it's for the kids. You know, the poor sick kids in the hospital. It's all not the kids, no, poor sick children. I'm going. Abel, is there any way that I can provide for these poor sick children? You know what? Let me tell you, you can. Uh, I believe there's a man named Venmo. Overall, not sad. I did.
I'm out. Bye. I'm out. I'm gone.
Venmo. He will take your money and take care of it for you. Just tell him where you want it to go, or you can just give it to me and I'll take care of it. And at this point, Abel's going to roll for persuasion, which I should point out, he is going to use one of his warlock abilities. Which Kayla's seen this ability, so she knows what I'm doing. Here we go. Hang on, what is it?
He's
Where
gonna
is
be
it?
so.
It's so bad. Otherworldly grace. So I'm going to roll to see. That's a fucking okay. A 9 plus an 8 is a 17, which passes. He goes, "You know what, Abel? That's quite all right. I don't have time to go search for this man named Venmo, but I will give you my money. Here, I would like to donate this 100 gold to the children, to the charity for the children at the hospital, and just put my name down, Sir Alabaster Brightwater, for 100 gold. And if there's anything else, nope, I think you have done quite enough, Mr. Brightwater. Sir Brightwater. And, you know what? You go talk to the crew of the Morningstar. I'm going to stand over here and just finish up my paperwork for this charity concert. You know, gotta make sure my sheet music's all good for the kiddies. But, yeah. And he goes, "Well, it was good working with you, Alistair, or Abel. I'm so sad that why did I go Alistair? I was meaning to say Alabaster, but I said Alistair. There's so much going on in my brain after that Venmo joke.
Radio demon join us.
Oh God. No, I mean Alistair Crowley. That's Radio Demon for sure. But yeah. So yeah, Alabaster walks over to the crew of the Morning Star, and Abel just sits at the bar and goes, "Mama, you got a drink for me? I can't do this shit anymore. You got to stop letting me pick up your fucking tasks." Well, listen. You know I appreciate it. So yeah, your beer's on me today. Kids, I'm sorry for springing that on you. But yeah, Abel just goes, "Are you actually leaving, or do you need a drink too? Does everybody need a fucking drink? Because apparently I'm buying."
I'm
Fuck
more.
this shit.
I'm more interested in meeting this Venmo? No.
Listen, sometimes you just gotta pull shit out of your ass. Listen, there is a bank. There is a bank teller in the Clovis Concord area, the southern coast of the Dwendalian Empire. It's Menagerie Coast. There is a banker named Venmo. He'll take your money and he'll send it where it needs to go. He sometimes charges a fee, he sometimes doesn't. It depends on who you're sending to for some reason, but you know what? He gets it done. None of you guys look like you're from Exandria, so I don't think you'll know what I'm talking about.
I don't have two shits of what you're talking about.
That's fair.
But sounds like a wonderful place.
No. See, the problem is that I think there is like a constant problem going between people trying to get into Exandria that don't belong in Exandria. They're just real gems of people claiming to have, claim over certain individual gem type related stuff. Shots fired.
Papa.
People should know which TikToker I'm talking about.
It's very subtle, Rob. Very subtle. It's okay though.
I'm not subtle.
I am so in the dark about
That's okay.
everything going on.
It's okay. I'll talk about it off stream.
Okay.
I don't want to totally get us fucking canceled.
It's all right. We wouldn't hope. I just hope I wouldn't want them to be homeless, and no need for them to become hobos. But anyway.
Yep, especially if they have freckles.
Yeah, you don't want them coming to your house and slapping you like Chris Rock.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, that was shots fired.
Yes, got that out of the way, didn't you think?
I was saving that one too. Oh, I appreciate that though. That was a good one. But so,
out of the way.
just Marani, if you could just put down some beers. I could use the drinking company right now. I've been working for that man for a week, and I kind of want to murder him myself.
My condolences. Just the 30 seconds he's been in here, I would have jumped ship.
He's sort of an ass.
It's sort of an ass. I mean, don't get me wrong. His heart's in the right place, but that man is about 6 marbles shy of a full bag.
I was trying to be nice because she told me to.
Marani goes, it's fine. You're all done. Thank you, Urbius. Here's your drink for midday. And just hands you a big ass fucking, like, the normal steins are like that. Yours is like that because she knows you'll chug through it.
Yeah, and that's what he does. He just chugs it.
I thought giving you a bigger one would slow you down. No, it doesn't. Doesn't even bat a fucking eye. So, what are you all doing then for work? Because now I gotta actually find a new job. Although I did just make myself 100 gold, so
That's free money. You can always swindle people. I don't mind to stop you.
I mean, I'm trying to work away from swindling people. When you're a musician, sometimes that's what it feels like. Is just constantly swindling people. You know, that imposter syndrome that kicks in? Yeah.
You got a point there. Speaking of work, I've actually got to get back to Ordek here in a minute.
As you come in, or as you're, like, about to leave, Ordek walks in the door and goes, well, that took way longer than I was hoping for, but, hey, shop's closed down for the day.
Fort how come why? Wait, what?
So one of your newer pieces that you made sold for $1,000.
Wait, it really did?
Do I have a sense of humor?
No, but I thought you were fucking with me though. I always have that hope that you'll learn what jokes are eventually.
I know what jokes are. I just don't care for them. But no, like, I'm not fucking with you. Dude, one of your pieces sold for $1,000.
I am a god among gods.
One of your more interesting modernized tech pieces. Sold for $1,000 to. I'm under obligation not to say names, but someone out of Malachite. So, sold for pretty good. So, we made enough today that we can close the shop for the day. I mean, I only need to make 100 golden profits to fucking maintain that shop every day. And we made well over that. So, we're going to take a little break today, and I'm going to sit here and join you for our midday meal and drinks, and then I'm going to go home to the wife and kids. Or maybe go fishing.
Go take a vacation.
You know I can't take a vacation.
We'll go take a staycation or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So, I'm assuming that's my half of the meal.
Take it.
Ronnie, that's my stew like always. That's your stew. Thank you. Sits down, opens pops the lid as it just steams up. The smell of fish stew that's been like kind of concealed in this like dashi broth with thick chunks of like cod and stuff in it. Some like more leafy greens are in it to give it some more substance and vitamins. And she just, yep, that's it. I don't know why you order that. I make more stuff than just fish stew. And he goes, because it's the only thing that doesn't turn quickly. I've seen how quickly your beef turns. Trying to get good beef out here, hard pass. So, fish stew. It's a fucking forever stew. I've seen your pot back there. I know. You made it for me. But, anyways. And Pema, you've picked this up a couple times, but for the others of you, you're seeing there's kind of this, there's this strange tension between the two of them. Pema, you know what happened. Marani and Ordek used to date way back in the day. When they were very young. In fact, they died at the same time and were together when they died. After they died, they sort of grew apart, but have kind of stayed here in Flint to help out a lot of the others who didn't have the opportunities that they were, or didn't, that they're trying to give people the help they didn't get. So, in fact, you know that the original crew that was here in Flint, because each port is found by a singular ship that went down, and when it comes to the Endless Ocean, the crew wakes up on an unclaimed port city with various buildings and tech already in place, seemingly like whatever deific figure originally built the Endless Ocean created it to be a perfect resting place for weary souls. So, yeah. But yeah, so there's that awkward X tension going on right there as they're like kind of bickering back and forth, but they're not being like rude to each other. It's just like it's still there. There's still that tiny bit of a spark, and they just never really did anything else past that. So, but as you guys were listening, Abel just goes, I'm gonna fucking find something else to do. I can't. This is too much. And gets up, puts down 5 gold on the counter and says, y'all need anything? I'm going into town. They are too much when they're like this. So yeah, have fun. Just kind of, he dips out of the bar.
Have fun playing for those orphaned children.
Oh, I plan to hit the casino.
He seems like a nice fellow.
Can we take a quick bathroom break?
Yes, we can. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break, guys, and we'll be back.
Woo!
How much did nice and change this back to the blur.
Give it the blur.
That's why I was letting you walk through. So, yeah, are we back live?
We're good.
Cool. All right. So, yeah, Abel just took the fuck off, as he said, at the casino. Whether he actually hits a casino or not, who knows? You guys would have to make a history check to see if you've ever even fucking seen a casino here.
Not worried about it.
It's really not. So, the real question is, what are y'all doing now that you're sitting here listening to Ordeck and bless you, Ordeck and Mariana bicker?
I guess I'm gonna eat my lunch now.
As you sit there, just it's tasty fish stew. It's not bad. It's white fish.
I just gotta figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with the rest of my day.
I mean, you could try going and finding friends instead of working all the time, Pema.
That sounds like too much work, though.
Says the woman who rebuilt a Jeep engine, having never seen a Jeep.
Listen, it's less disappointing when something explodes and you expect it to explode. And when your friends explode, that's a little more disappointing.
People explode socially regularly, so take that same mentality and hold on to it.
You're expecting me to go out and be actively social now.
I'm telling you to get off your fucking ass and go do something.
I didn't ask for this.
Who's your only friend, Pema?
And I'm happy with that.
If I'm your only friend, that's a disappointing choice.
I made a lot of disappointing choices when I was alive, but look at me now. I'm happy with
That's why you're here. That's why you're here. You make disappointing choices, you end up in the endless ocean. You know why people stay here when they die? Because no god takes them.
See, I can be a disappointment to the gods too.
You also, it means you're a disappointment to friends too, because they didn't resurrect you. So, that's why you're stuck here. That or they couldn't all be nice, and he realizes that, like, Cambria and Irvius are still around, and he goes, I'll be nice and put that maybe you weren't a disappointment, and maybe they just couldn't afford the resurrection. Or maybe the gods just didn't spot you, because there are millions of beings across the verse. But still, come on. Come on. Go get a social life, Pema.
Want a social life? Okay, I'm gonna turn and look at Irvius. Irvius, shake my hand.
He give him for a minute. He puts down his ale. Giant burp. What do you want me to do?
Shake my hand.
All right. Shakes her hand.
There, I have
Now
a friend.
ask her when's the last time she washed it.
Okay.
It's covered in oil. It's
No.
probably covered in like oil stains and
You know what,
dirt.
Emma? I was wrong. There's someone for everyone out here.
I am happy with the interactions I have. Why expend on that?
Because you need connections to get off this fucking rust bucket of an island.
The only connections I need to make are on that stove that we have at the back of the shop.
Okay, no, but you're off duty. Also, Pema, you do realize that that's like the only thing left to fix. You've fixed every bit of salvage I've bought. Every bit of salvage I've found. I'm running out of things to keep you around for.
I think we'll break something.
Someone say break.
Arvius, no.
Goes back to his ale.
He just shakes his head. Marani goes, You're just barking up the wrong tree again. You need to realize if they don't want to go, they're not going to go. However, I should tell you kids that evil guy, watch out for him.
Watch out for him. Why?
Well, Pema's a loner. Cambria, your only group interaction for quite a while before you died was your father. Urvius, I don't know how many soldiers you served with, but
Tens of thousands.
my point being, nothing intimate. Abel
Says it
watched.
wasn't intimacy.
I mean, there's a difference between intimacy and intimacy. I know
Okay.
you were intimate, but you weren't like socially intimate.
Still don't get what you mean.
Cordial, friendly, true friendships.
Button head's the enemy count.
No, that's not. Listen, that's not how you make real friends.
Oh, I made friends.
Do I have to like fire you two so you go do something? My
But you
point being,
fired me.
I'm aware, but considering I just gave you like job security, saying that if you go on an adventure, you'll still have a job when you get back. Obviously, I'm not going to fire you right away. Jesus, are you kids dense? Are you stupid?
If I say yes, do I get more ale?
You get more ale anyway, stupid. Grabs the mug, refills it with the tab, and goes, Cambria, I don't think you're stupid. This is a second chance at life, you three. If you waste it doing nothing, why did you come back to life? Why did you wake up? You don't just wake up here. Urvius, you fell in Tirasil, right? Otis time is what you said.
Yes.
Do you know when that event was?
See him
That
point
was
his fingers like.
that was the beginning of your world's history. Your world, according to fellows that I've had come from other worlds or from Tirasil, I've had people come from 5th era Tirasil, 4,500 years after you died. So
Get out of here. I think you're drinking the ale now.
I don't get high off my own supply, and you know that. But 4,500 years after you died, your world is still spinning and still sending deads our way. Meaning you only woke up a month ago? Where the fuck you been that whole time?
Looking for you.
No, you've been asleep. You all are in a. There's a limbo between death and a limbo. It's like your soul hasn't gained enough strength to come here. You didn't have the will to go on.
I don't
Come
think
and
you're supposed to call it limbo anymore. That little nerd said.
I'm aware what the bookworm said. Worm spelled WYRM. But
He's not a worm. He's a some
he's
kind of
not
dragon thing.
exactly. WYRM, dear, is the original spelling for draconic creatures. You know, like the Lindworm, things like that. They're dragons. They're not earthworms. They're not like the little bugs you find in the garden.
Or between my you know what.
Oh, yep, nope, I forget you like to do weird shit. But my point is, the whole reason
Helmet?
you all woke up here is you felt like you were ready to come back to life. What felt like an instant for you was probably thousands of years in your lifetime. For example, Pema, the people who took you out, probably long dead. Cambria, your father probably lived a full life after you left. When I say full life, I mean, sorrowful because the daughter he took in, but still, you know what I'm saying. Like, you've been away for so long that it took time getting your bodies ready, your souls ready to live here. You were fragments before you woke up here. You gotta do something, kids. You can't just hang around the bar and boards all the time. You gotta go live, see stuff, adventure. Hell, fucking start a revolution, all I care. But go live your lives. Don't just get comfy here. Flint is a know-nothing for a reason. Because nobody stays. Because people realize that Flint is just a stepping stone to your next big adventure. And I appreciate y'all being here. Don't get me wrong. I think of you all like my own fucking children. But I've already lived long past the normal half-orc lifespan. And I'm tired of seeing my children stay. So go. Do something. Get out of the fucking house. You're all older than 18. Don't be bums. But what's the point? Don't you want more? Don't you have any ambition?
I mean, it would be nice to see more of what makes this ocean so endless.
Not wrong. There's plenty to see. You've seen Flint. Flint is it's a hole in ground. That's it. It's a little puddle jump along the way to better things. Don't get me wrong. I love Flint and I will never leave. But that's to make sure I've got a spot for my kids to come home and take care of themselves if they need to rest. When you all go, we're here to make sure you're okay. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm always going to be here. You know why I stay in Flint? Why I don't go adventure? So all my kids like you all have a friendly face when you need to rest. But y'all been resting long enough. You know why I give you a week of free shit? So after that week, you fucking go. You go live your life. That's a week to figure shit out. To rest. Besides, you can go fight monsters.
She had me sold. He starts getting
Ordek goes, she's not wrong. We're always going to be here. We're not going anywhere. And even if, for some fucking reason, Flint gets burned down and attacked, we'll rebuild it bigger and better. Because to everybody out of Port Flint, this is your home. And we'll make sure it's here every time. You know why it's called Port Flint?
naming.
Because
We
you
named-
need Flint to start a fire?
We named it after the ship. The Stone's Throw. But calling it Port Stone's Throw or Port Rock or Port Stone, stupid. It's dumb. Port Flint. Let's go with your answer. You need Flint to start a fire. And we're gonna light a fire under your asses if you don't fucking move.
Cambria just is kind of gonna like take a really deep breath, just like untie her apron, kind of fold it up all nice.
You don't
Just-
have to leave today, dear. The idea is that you go have a laugh. Don't just stay here. You some of you have had rough lives. You know, Urbius trying to overthrow an undead tyrant. Cambria, I mean, your father is literally a bandit, or was a bandit, mercenary. You've lived a mercenary life. That's a rough life, but why waste that? You think your pa would want you sitting here serving nobodies? Emma, do
No.
you really want to sit here and wait for the next wave of bullies to come and put you in a river, so to speak?
That hurts right here.
It hurts, but there's a reason you tell us this shit. So we can use it to help you heal later. Urvius, I can guarantee you there is no end of pissy tyrants claiming different ports. In fact, the Jade Scale Empire doesn't have just one port that they had claimed. There's probably like 6 or 7 ports that they've claimed. You could easily find another port they got and go raise hell.
Maybe we'll see one of those. Oh, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. That Sir Brightwater dude?
The what?
That Sir Brightwater, Brightwind, that
And you
pompous.
see Sir Alabaster Brightwater is still sitting there talking to the crew of the Morning Star, and you've been washing him out with just mental background noise. That mental white noise is just shutting him down. And as you think about him, you immediately hear, "Yes, that would be a great event. In fact, I'd love to have just joyous parties, lavish soirees on the ship." And you just see Captain Celia Redmayne is just, fuck this asshole, fuck this asshole, fuck this asshole. So are you gonna hire us or not?
Yeah, if he keeps opening his mouth, I'm probably going to change my mind.
You could always talk to one of the other captains and see if they're leaving soon. You don't have to go with Alabaster. That's just an obvious job. You make your own destiny here. Don't waste it. If you don't want to work for a pompous cuck, don't work for him.
His voice is like nails on a chalkboard.
But honestly, whatever you choose, if you go grab Abel, he'll be a valuable asset to your party. But please be careful. I only have heard a little bit down the grapevine, but his entire party was wiped out by his patron, who was also his girlfriend.
Dark?
That's some fucked up shit. I guarantee you he's moved on to bigger and badder things. So, you watch your asses. If you take him, like I said, he'll be an asset. He seems competent, and when it comes to modern technology, he's probably got more of an idea. Also, if any of you decide to get a ship of your own, because that's always an option, here's the important question. Which of you knows how to sail? He does. I keep track of every newbie that comes through Flint.
Well, would say the best bet would be to find wherever he wandered to. Talk to him.
Start.
But I would say do it now, because if I don't, I will never leave.
You're right, and you need to go. Home will be here.
Cambria just kind of like she's still holding her apron all folded, and I'm like, and she's gonna hand it to Marani.
Takes it.
Will I have a name tag when I get back?
You'll have your own apron with it embroidered in, dear. I promise you.
Perfect.
Go enjoy it.
She's just gonna like, just big ol' hug right around her waist.
Kind of returns the hug, pats you on the head. Because she kind of towers over you. She is a big half-orc woman. She just goes, it'll be here when you get back. Y'all just be careful. Don't do anything dumb.
Looking at you, Urbius.
Too dumb, Urbius. Getting into a pool, that's fine. Getting yourself devoured by a sea serpent, that's different. Don't get fucking eaten. That's all I'm asking. Don't get fucking eaten. That's real easy.
Like no promises.
You know what? What you do in your own bedroom time is your thing. So,
I told you that in confidence.
Skedaddle.
Ordek is still here, right?
Yeah, Ordek's just sitting there, just... Take care of yourself, Emma.
I'm gonna stand up and pat his shoulders and just be like, "Don't touch my shit."
I'll have more shit when you get back.
Don't try to fix the shit.
I ain't touching.
I've gone Russian.
I don't know.
God, Soviet.
Who knows? Depending on how much your skill improves by then, I may have a promotion for you as well. You know, for the inevitable crew that I gotta hire to replace you.
Oh,
They won't shit. They won't touch your shit.
good. I'll kill them.
You know what? I would expect no less. Get.
All right, fine.
So, last bit of information you got from Abel was casino.
Let's find out if there's actually a casino, I guess.
Would there be something like a casino or equivalent?
So every port town's gonna have somewhere to gamble. So everybody can roll me, I guess, we're doing history again because that's the most equivalent roll.
Oh, I got this. That's
Please
a 20.
tell me Urbius rolled really high for this.
I had a 23.
23 and a 1. 19. Okay. So, both Pema and Cambria know where several like gambling dens are. They're usually like the back rooms of some of the seedier taverns. In fact, the Rusty Musket used to have one, but there kept being brawls, and Marani likes to run a clean ship. So, she does not allow gambling in the Rusty Musket anymore. However, one of the more prominent gambling dens is not quite a casino. It's not this big lavish spot, but there is a open air tavern near the north side of the island that kind of serves as a sort of casino. By the time you guys get there, Abel may have only been there probably like 20-30 minutes because you haven't been sitting there having this conversation that long, even though it took longer in real world. So, but yeah. So, you know this den to be the fuck. I had a thing for it too. The backflow. So, yeah, you guys know roughly, especially you, Pema, you've been around more. So you've been able to see the entirety of the island over the last 4 months. So you would know roughly where the backflow is. And it's an open air tavern that focuses mostly on the gambling clientele. So, yeah. Assuming you guys are heading off based on that information, you guys start making your way there. It's like an hour to get across the island. And as you reach the north side of town, there is kind of like a little fountain across from the backflow. It's just like this beautiful porcelain fountain that was kind of put up, and on the plaque in front of it, it says, "From all the money earned robbing you fuckers blind." Desmond Graves, owner of the backflow. For those of you who do know my older stuff, pre-Queen Trunks streaming, you'll know Desmond Graves is my half-drow warlock. So yeah, old NPC finally arriving here. Old NPC. But yeah, so as you make your way into the backflow, the proprietor is a just very darkly dressed, slick silk suit, half drow. Ears are probably about that, a little shorter than you would expect for a normal elf. White hair, vibrant red eyes, kind of like a pale purple skin as opposed to the darker purple, almost black that a lot of drow get. Is this more like a lavender? The ironically not human, but the Plainsborn Ganassi bloodline, because his father is like latent Ganassi blood. Kind of makes his way around the crowd, spots the three of you walking up, and he goes, "Pema, Pema, Pema."
Hold on, before you get to me. Hi, Ralph. Thanks for the bits.
Woo!
What are you doing?
Sorry, itchy foot, guys.
I was like, what the? I haven't heard that noise in so long. I was like, why is my computer dinging?
I'll dig it. It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah,
Thank
so-
you, Ralph. Hey, I'm coming back to work soon.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Slacking. Yeah. So what brings you to the backflow today? What brings you to my little corner of the island?
Oh, we were bored. You know, wanted to see the sights. I missed your face. Do you believe me at all?
No, not one bit.
Yeah,
A bullshitter, so I appreciate the attempt.
it was worth a shot. We're looking for the fuck was that guy's name?
The
We're
fluffy-haired
looking for
rock
a-
star that came through?
That dude.
Yeah, the fluffy-haired rock star that's currently losing winnings over at the blackjack table, yeah.
Oh, so he sucks at gambling then. Great to know.
I don't think he sucks at it. From what I'm seeing, he's definitely playing the house, so I'm keeping an eye on him.
You wanna keep an eye on him, or do you want us to take him out? 'Cause
No, I
we're
don't
gonna-
want you to kill him.
No,
I
not
don't want you to-
no. Oh no, that came out wrong. I'm sorry. Not kill him. No, we actually need him. Alive,
you need
preferably.
Okay. What do you need him for? Because right now he's raking in money as much as he's losing money. He's draining those fuckers at the blackjack table dry.
I'll give him 10 more minutes.
Okay. So yeah, let him drain those fuckers dry so I can add another fountain, and then then he's all yours. You guys need a drink while you're here? I've got a new small batch whiskey that I've been working on.
I'll give you this try. I'm worth it.
All right. Let's go get a bottle of it, and we'll sit down Hit that table over there, just overlooking the blackjack table, and we'll have a drink. And he kind of walks off behind the bar. There is a small, so like the way it's built. For those of you who have played Black Flag, it's based off of one of the like the fucking cantina style taverns on one of the islands. That's like a double stack bar where it's like the outer rim of the tavern is a raised platform with tables on it, and then the intersection is like there's been wood planks put down so they can put gambling tables and everything, and there's like probably 12 tables in the center of the bar. So this is a very busy tavern. The backflow sees a lot of business, especially people on shore leave. They gotta do something, and it's gambling, drinking, or hitting the brothel. So yeah, so he had pointed over to a table. You make your way over there, and he just comes back with a bottle of whiskey, 4 glasses, sets them down, pours each of you a glass, sets it down, and goes, "All right, so what's this job?"
That's a great question.
I don't think we rightly know.
You just know you need this guy. Pours you another glass.
That's pretty much what everyone's telling us, at least.
So the old hag finally kicked you out.
Yeah, or Dick, too.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's most people don't last more than a week, you guys. The fact that you've been like Kimber, you're lucky you got kicked out after a week, but like most people don't stay and work in Flint. They leave. I mean, realistically, if you wanted, you could catch a ship up to Starnaheim, but I wouldn't recommend that. Especially since you got to pass Malachite or hit Malachite. Hitting Starnaheim from here is like a 5-week voyage, and unless you got a ship, you're kind of shit out of luck.
I think that's what we need him. Someone to draw the ship.
We're working one step at a time.
Okay. Well, in my opinion, he pours another glass for Urvius. Just kind of, he's been like doing it off and on, seeing that Urvius has already got the bottle about halfway down, as you guys are still like finishing your first glass, and just, I feel like a ship would be a important start. Granted, having a helmsman is pretty important. You need someone to, man said ship, helm said ship, rather than just winging it. But
Look at it this way. We three, who have never left this place, need someone with ship expertise to know what to look for.
That's fair. Or you can ask someone who's been around a while.
Or we could do that.
For the price of the bottle, I can give you that info.
How
15
much?
gold for the bottle.
Done.
And to keep in mind, like the price of that bottle, a normal bottle of whiskey in comparison would cost like a gold. So he's selling you a very expensive bottle of whiskey and the information. Also, when you leave Flint, just make sure to mention the Graves special, and just slides you a card with the Backflow Brewery on it, because they do have a brewery connected to the tavern itself. You spread word, and our deal is good as done. Speaking of which, I hear some of the salvagers brought in a new ship over on the west side of the island. Sounds like they found a ship that needs some repair expertise. somebody that's skilled with like carpentry tools might be able to do a good job on it as a bosun. Just thoughts.
Well,
I don't know anyone that handy, so
yeah, don't you? Yeah, well, I'll go give her a look.
she's a little damaged. She's a little beat up. They pulled her up from the ocean floor. Looks like it was probably sunk nearby. Some of the non-Malachite pirates. That or a Malvern. Who knows? If it was a Malvern, you're gonna watch your asses.
I'm sorry. What's a Malvern?
You know what a duck is, right?
Obviously.
Okay. You know what a wyvern is, right?
Yes.
Put them together.
She just kind of like sits back in her chair, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, they're native to this region. In fact, there's supposed to be a larger one just north of here.
Don't go north.
Or go north. Here's the thing. Malvern parts are good for enchanting. And I hear that the crew of the Horizon Line retrofitted their ship with body parts from it.
Maybe go north. We'll think about it.
Something about using the wings to make specialized sails for their ship. Granted, their ship is a lot different from what we're dealing with. Like, we got sails and ship. They had an engine. Their ship had a water elemental engine tied to a water elemental. I think they called it Didymus. Well, it looked like a little otter, from what I've heard from some people coming from the east. But between the water elemental they had tied to their ship, the air elemental they had tied to their ship, the Malvern parts they had, and supposedly the missing piece that they never got their hands on. Although, I have a feeling the captain of that old ship might still be looking. Who knows? Apparently, the captain and his old crew didn't leave when the rest of the crew did. Granted, the last time that the Horizon Line was heard from, supposedly there's also a chain of massacres going on up northeast. Something about people getting turned to dust.
Well, that doesn't sound very pleasant.
No, it doesn't. Somewhere up northeast of Obsidian, but you're big kids, you can keep an eye out.
Yeah, big kids, keep an eye out. Just kind of looking around, like debating on either going to look. Do y'all want to go look at that boat first before we drag Mr. Fluffy over there?
I mean, it would probably be wise to have something to offer, since we're basically begging him to come help us.
From what I hear, he's looking for work.
I don't think there'll be much begging.
He definitely just quit his last employer.
Yeah, he did.
Did he do that at the old lady's place?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Don't blame me one bit.
That big of a prick?
Pompous.
I love those pricks.
Full of himself.
You know what? Back home in Tyrrell, that's all I used to see. And as he brings that up, Ervius, you've never actually spoken to Graves, but he brings up Tyrrell. You don't remember anybody as obnoxious as Brightwater. But, okay. Yeah. Go hit the West Side Salvage. Let them know I sent you. Tell them to show you the new piece they brought in. See if they'll sell it to you. And, who knows? maybe, just maybe, if they don't have enough collateral, or like if you don't have enough money amongst you, you might be able to find a backer. He like winks and then nudges the air.
Just like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Bob's your uncle.
Go get it.
I figured you wouldn't get it, Urvius, but it's all right.
We're here. We'll hold your hand, Ervius. We got this.
We'll explain it when you're older.
The oldest member of the group, like he's been dead for almost 4,000 years, and he's just what? I thought he was older. Oh God, that's delightful. I appreciate that. So, you check out the ship. Tell me if it's worth it, and I might back your expeditions. I've got the money to go around, and at this point, I'm just looking for things to spend it on. Fountains only go for so much, even with the finest fucking porcelain you can get. Sorry,
Yeah,
marble. Keep telling me not porcelain, it's marble.
That's the bougiest thing I think I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
You know why I do it? Because I really love spending stupid people's money on stupid shit.
I mean, fair.
Listen,
Hopefully.
when I was alive, I served a fucking prick of a patron. Now, I am my own patron. And he just kind of like wiggles his fingers, and like the illusion of gold coins dropping from like the air into his hands appears. He goes, I am literally my own warlock patron at this point, and I fucking love it. I don't have to serve a fucking super spooky Shadow Titan, and at that mention, Urvius, you remember something very specific about your life. Because, you immediately think of the title of the specific lord that you fell fighting. I'm trying to pull back up your notes that you
Yeah,
said.
the Lords of Alphist?
Falfost, yeah. So you remember specifically, you fought against the Shadow Lord of Falfost, an entity, like a lich of sorts, that served specifically the Shadow Titan Dormac. This fucker also did. Just, he also happened to fight against his own patron, which is why he is now his own patron. So, you,
As he hears that, you just see his fist go down through the table.
Urvius. And he just puts his hand on the table, casting Mending. Can we not break my place?
Cambria's just gonna kind of like put her hand on Urvius's arm, just like, easy.
Realize I did it. That was my fault.
It's all good. Just remember, friend, that fight's done. You can't go back there. Not unless someone resurrects you in your time period. We can't go home.
No,
Some of
the
us,
fight is
especially,
never over.
that fight is over. There's always a new fight.
Ervius, do you want to go pick a fight somewhere?
Us?
You want to go?
Can I please? Can I?
You want to go pick a fight? Let's go look at a boat first, okay?
I want to pick a fight.
He's like a
Pick fight
puppy.
with someone other than the dealers.
Oh, fine.
Cambria's just kind of looking between Urvius and Pema, just like, who have I gotten myself in with?
He's just gonna look at Cameron. He's like a puppy. If you tell him he's going to get a treat, he'll follow you.
Fair.
As most men do.
Damn.
I do declare.
I
dropped the
do declare.
So, yeah, as you make your way over to the west side of the island, yeah, it's like another hour walk. You make your way over,
It's leg
and
day.
there is a kind of like a mini dock, almost a dry dock setup on the west side of the island for literally what's just called West Side Salvage. And as you screaming baby, I don't know. I just assumed so. That was mom instinct. That's not husbands being a pain instinct. That's mom instinct. So that was mama heard baby cry. Got to get up and check. So I'm sure CJ was making a fuss. You guys enjoying the new campaign so far? How does it measure up to old EO?
Different, but I like it.
I dig it. Oh. And who knows? I've been talking to Ramil. He has been talking about potentially doing like midweek stuff, not as a crew member of your ship, but as a fellow captain on another ship that just shows up every couple weeks.
Okay.
So yeah, we're talking about some stuff with that. We have some ideas. So it'll be a little bit before he pops in for that, but yeah.
Full disclosure, I was not planning on playing Cambria as like social anxiety ball.
Hey man, you dipped into it real quick, and that meant it was supposed to happen.
For that. I was gonna say you didn't open with your Patreon.
You're right, I didn't, but you know what? This is a perfect time to do so. Hey guys, if you want to follow us on Patreon, it's patreon.com/CoronacyLegionTTRPG.
There you
It's okay.
I told you, that was mama instinct, that was not husband instinct, that was mama instinct. But, so, yeah, be sure to check us out at patreon.com/CoronacyLegionTTRPG. Said Patreon, you can see all the wonderful stuff I've put up, including the Malvern, which is a recent addition to the Monster Compendium of Chronocy Legion TTRPG. I've also added the Fowlich recently, which is a fun little monster. I might have added the Malethid already. Yeah, that'll be a fun one when you guys face the Malethid.
I'm frightened.
As you should be.
Frightened and slightly aroused.
Listen, with all the monster fuckers in the group, I'm not surprised. Also, I want you all to know I have the perfect party member lined up for your ship as like a secondary DMPC because I made a specific race for this setting. They are native to this world. I'm just saying. Could be a very Darkwing Duck type character. Who knows?
What, are you talking Darkwing Duck now?
We might be, because as I was pimping out the Patreon, which again, guys, patreon.com/CoronacyLegionTTRPG. I have recently built the Fowlich monster, which references the Fowlin race in its description, which means that here in the Endless Ocean, there is a duck people race, and if you think you're not getting one on your crew, you're fucking crazy. You think I'm not throwing ducks at you guys after the constant barrage of waterfowl that came for a while?
Give us the ducks.
You need not feel bad. I have fully embraced it at this point, and it's kind of a Fisher Friends, not food moment. But in reality, you are food, not friends, for most of these waterfowl people. That would be a fucking thing. Cannibalistic fowling.
That would... Listen, it would be more geese than anything, because have you seen the teeth in those things? They're terrifying!
Yeah. Also, I really just kind of want to put a Donald Duck character on your crew. I'm gonna be honest. That's
Don't
kind
make
the
him a
reason.
medic. For the love of God, don't make him a medic. Or a
Because he'll
cleric
never do
of
it.
any kind.
No healing. He will never do it. However, though, he would make a great. Listen, Donald Duck is not a wizard. He's a sorcerer, and if you think otherwise, you're crazy. Donald Duck is not a wizard. He's got a limited fucking vocabulary of spells. He has less spells than Sora. Sora has a wider array of spells across the series. Donald sticks with the Tri-Elemental, Flare, and a couple others. And he usually has his own spell list.
You think that you're a quack?
Listen, I might be a quack.
Going home.
This is just downright foul behavior. So, as you arrive at the lovely West Side Salvage, it's funny that I keep bringing up the Fallon because there is a Fallon in a thick, like heavy brown leather apron, big gloves over his feathered arms, as he's just full duck person waddling over and goes, all right, what you got? Well, come on, you don't come over here for nothing. What do you want?
Oh,
Yeah,
That-
watch
And
it.
he's like 3 feet tall. He's a small boy. He's
That-
not like the tall Fallon. He is like dwarf sized.
Desmond, was that his
We
name?
walk the ship.
Yeah, Desmond Graves. What do you want?
My brain just stopped working. Desmond sent us here. I'm gonna go through 20 accents before I settle on one.
All right, let me tell you something here. All right, so the Desmond sent you. What are you looking for? What can I get you? People don't just come to West Side Salvage.
Desmond sent us here because he told us you brought in a ship.
I did.
Something recently, something junked.
This thing right over here, and you look, they are currently actually like on these mechanized cranes lifting this ship out of the water onto the dry dock. We just almost finished getting it up. So the real question is, we were just gonna scrap it. What do you want with it? It's a ship.
I could fix it.
Oh, you think so? You think some of the best fucking salvagers in the game can't fucking fix it, but you can?
Try me.
All right, fucking bet. Let's do this.
All right, let's go.
Let's fucking go. How
Let's-
much you got? How much money you got? I'll tell you if you even got enough to fucking buy it off me.
I don't think I got enough to buy it off you, but I got 21 gold sitting in my pocket.
All right, well, who the fuck else got money? Because you know how much a ship goes for, right? It's a lot of fucking money.
I've got 10.
You're fucking rolling in here with 30 gold and you expect to buy a ship? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
We've also potentially got backing from Desmond.
Yeah, I get that, but here's the thing. You gotta purchase the ship. He'll probably fund your repairs, but he's not gonna... Why did I go Christopher Walken?
Just let it happen.
Christopher Quacken now. This guy's name is Christopher Quacken now.
Just let it happen.
Listen, I don't know what you want me to do here. But I can fucking make an upfront payment. I gotta get something. You know, Desmond, he's good. He pays his bills on time and shit like that. He's good with his money. He's smart about it. But the motherfucker has not bought anything off me in a while. I need some collateral to prove that it's worth it. And this is a heavy salvage here. So, you bring in a little bit more, and we'll talk.
Alrighty, we'll be back.
I take it that the only two who have money is you two. How much are you sitting on?
16 gold.
Okay.
Should've been much.
Yeah, so like you guys are sitting on 47 gold between the three of you. He just goes, as a point of contention, these ships, a good sailing ship freshly built, straight off the docks. Goes for 10 grand. You walking in here with 30 gold, and that's not even enough to buy the scrap from. You put together a grand, and we'll call it a deal.
We'll make it happen.
And I'll put it on hold for now. I don't get a lot of bias for shitty ships like this. You know, it's a nice ship once you fix it up. But if my boys put in the work, I could probably turn this around for about two times what a normal ship's worth, so 20 grand. I mean, it's no Horizon line, but I would love to see what they put into that fucking ship. You hear that thing goes under the water? Fuck, I'm just saying. If I could fucking pull that shit off, I could put dive helmets on all my boys, and we'd be able to salvage real good.
Make a lot of money with a ship that can go underwater.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. My people are not known for breathing underwater, but we can swim pretty damn good. So if we were able to put some diving helmets on and shit, the salvage that we can make is phenomenal. Listen, I am embracing Christopher Quacken.
I love this character.
He's like the new Toby.
So I came as close as pulling the Horizon line.
Listen, I came as close as I could to put in like the Horizon line, but that's a whole other ship. Oh, Christopher Quacken. That's great. I have to find a picture for him now because he's canonically a character. But yeah, so he's giving you a price, 1 grand, so 1,000 gold in order to buy this ship. From a quick estimate, go ahead and roll me a investigation check, Pema. Seeing as you'll be the one doing like 90% of the repairs unless you hire a crew.
This is the lowest roll I've made tonight. That's a 6.
You've never worked on a ship. You could not even begin to figure out how much money you would need to put into this, how much time would come in. But, you know, you go get Abel and maybe you'll have a slightly better idea.
Looks like we're walking some more.
I mean,
We're getting my steps in today.
yeah. Guys will...
Fucking calves of steel.
Seriously, like, let's see, how much can you do in an hour? Most people on average do a 20-minute mile, so 3 miles an hour. It means you guys will have been walking like 9 miles today. You know you can catch a cab or carriage or shit like that. Like, there are beat-up old cabs. Think, like, some of the old junkers you'd see in, like, Indian streets. Like, streets of, like, more what's the fucking word I'm looking for? More developed areas of India that'll have some of the older cabs and stuff. There are definitely cabs like that around. Not many, but there's a few.
We should probably catch a cab this time.
Yeah. Okay. Cab will run you like 2 silver, so it wouldn't be much. Cab drives you back. See, by the time you get over there, fucking, it's like a 5-minute drive instead of an hour walk. Yeah. So, as you all return to the backflow, Desmond spots you from across the floor, makes his way over, and goes, "All right. So, what do we have? What's our agenda?"
Well, I still need a boat.
Okay, what happened?
We're fucking broke.
I mean, that's true. You can always try the tables. Like I said, I'll back it. How much does he want?
He's asking 1,000 or grand.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's like 2 fountains for the price of 1 boat. Oh. I mean, granted, that's a good price for a boat, but you're gonna have to looking at supplies and shit. A grand for the boat. Probably at least twice that in repair supplies. Are you sure you'd be able to fix this boat?
Probably.
Okay. All right.
I haven't met something I haven't fixed yet.
That's fair. Well, your boy's on a hot streak, so probably now is a good time to pull him. Because if he starts costing the house money, I'm gonna pull my backing.
I can't have that.
We'll go get him.
Arvius.
Okay, grab the backpack.
Discretion, Arvius.
As Arvius starts walking away,
Arvius.
makes his way over to the blackjack table, and Abel's just kind of sitting there, leaned back. He's got a water, like heavily at this point, it's mostly water because of the fact that the cup or the ice has melted in this drink down to next to nothing. There's like a tiny bit of whiskey that was left in the glass, and otherwise it's like up to there with just melted ice water. He just goes, "All right, I got one more hand. Let's go. I got this. Feeling good. I'm feeling good." The person at the table's just like, "This motherfucker." Yeah. So I'm just gonna roll for. I'll roll a performance check. I feel like no. We're gonna go with sleight of hand. Performance feels like it would be wrong. It's gonna be sleight of hand just for luck. We'll say. I feel like card games would be a sleight of hand thing. So Abel does not have a great sleight of hand, but he's rolling good over here. He doesn't have a bad sleight of hand either. That's a +4. That's 23. As he flips down the cards, just ends up with 21, and the dealer just. All right. Well, I think I'm spent. I'll take my money in now. Thank you. Thank you. Kind of slides all his tokens over, and you see there is a good pile of tokens in front of him. Been at this for, hour and a half now. 2 hours, 2.5 hours? 2.5 hours now. And he just, all right. Let's, oh, hey, buddy. What's up?
Oh,
What are you doing over here?
to take you with us.
Right, where are we going?
We're just going on a trip. Some on his shoulder. Come on.
Nope, I need my coins. And he just.
Arvius!
Arvius, put it down! Arvius!
We gotta go. Come on.
He just
We're
like.
not in a bunch of a hurry!
Drop him!
Let me get my coins.
Arvius. Drop him.
Groups up all his tokens, puts them on a tray, and just makes his
Fine.
way up front. Goes, all right, so as we're going, where are we going? What kind of trip are we going on? Listen, I don't have a rocket ship.
No, but we're working on getting a ship.
You're welcome.
Fuck you!
Swimming
You
through
are
the
very
sky.
welcome.
Little Einstein.
Kayla, so I think you need to add a different reward at the 200 mark. Because I don't want the one that was redeemed. We need baby stretch.
We need baby stretch.
Baby stretch.
Do we need baby stretch?
I feel like that's a good way to close the scene.
Is your baby stretch? Okay. So ready? Oh. I don't know if this counts, but we have babies.
Big stretch. Hi, buddy.
Big stretch.
stretch.
Ugh.
Big stretch. Oh, he was not happy about that. It's okay. Uncle Rob's the asshole.
It's okay. You can blame Uncle Rob for that one.
Yep. So, but yeah, we're actually at a good spot to hold out, and as he's redeeming his money and you guys are joining together, we'll pick up buying this ship and repairing it next week. But yeah, guys, reminder, be sure to check out our Patreon, Currency Legion, PTRPG, all kinds of fun stuff there. In fact, originally Caleb was going to play one of the archetypes that were on there. a little sad about because that was a good one.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. It'll be good. But yeah, I do monster homebrew, lots of monster homebrew lately. Magic items here and there, races and classes, and I do post one thing a week, so we'll be getting all kinds of new stuff out. In fact, I think right now there's probably like 12 to 20 somewhere in there items on the Patreon. It's a lot. We got a lot of stuff. But you can check out stuff like the Malvern, which is definitely up on there, or the Fowlich. I've got cranium geese on there. If you really want to, if you like the horridness that is cranium rats and you want to see it on some of the angriest waterfowl in existence, go for it. It's all there for you. Beautiful on the Corona Sea Legion TTRPG Patreon. Also got a couple of my old school archetypes, like the Mistwalker Rogue or the Fate Touched Sorcerer. All kinds of good stuff. All the good stuff. So yeah, be sure to check out our Patreon for all the cool stuff. If you want to help support the show, we do have a Venmo that we've been previously using, which is just Rob Bergheimer. So I'm sure we'll post it in one of the things. I'll make a beacon thing, whatever they have. We'll figure it out. But yeah, also, guys, cool shirts like this. If you want any of like the shirts we have, like granted these were handmade, so they're not gonna be this. I'm not gonna have Andy hand make every single one because that's so much time and effort. She's got 3 jobs, so we'll be ordering them through the custom ink. If you guys want to buy some of the shirts, I'll freaking make a post on whatever, and we can I'll work on making a page for it, or maybe I'll put that on the free Patreon so you guys can see what they look like, and you can send me a order request. They're cool. Also, one of our longtime loves of the show, Boy Did Basie, will eventually be getting a shirt. I know he's not on right now, and that makes me sad. We didn't get Basie on tonight, but Basie will be getting a shirt with the Corona Sea Legion TTRPG. Actually, hang on, I have it clean.
Baby interlude. Look at his little feet. He's so little.
Kayla, you're giving me baby fever.
It's a trap.
That's why I do it, to make everyone suffer.
Ugh.
So, yeah, guys, if you want shirts like... Hold up. My freaking blur is making this as difficult as the map was. So, if you want shirts like this, Corona Sea Legion TTRPG, again, this one was handmade. We're going to order them. The handmade was cheaper, but it takes a lot longer. So, if you guys want cool shirts
It's a
like
labor
this...
of love.
I'm aware. There's a lot of love put into this, but yeah. So, if you want cool merch like this, we do have merch designs. Every one of Abel's bands is a merch shirt that we have available. I will try and post pictures of them, so that way they're accessible, and I'll put those in the Corona Sea Legion TTRPG group server, which, again, you can join the Discord. I'll put that on my TikTok here eventually once I do all those fun things. We have a server link if you guys want to join. It's fun stuff. Also, Ryan posted an Elden Ring meme like last month, so somehow I just saw that. But yeah, so guys, if you want to help the show, you want to help us build up this lovely little family that we have going on, be sure to join the Patreon. Be sure to ask us about the merch. We have all kinds of cool stuff, and you can definitely join the Discord. It is open to the public. It's literally just fuck around and find out, basically. That's what it is. You want to know? Come check it out. But yeah, guys, we love you. We will see you next week for more Endless Ocean. And have a good night, guys. We love you.